Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I will be showing you how I installed some braids over my daughter's locks. And if you have locks, you know that if you try to do any style or braids over the locks, it can get kind of difficult because when installing them they can look lumpy. So I tried a few different ways to reduce the lumpy look. So the first way that I did it was like the regular way you would install, by pre-separating the hair and having the 3 strands already and then installing it that way. But it turned out lumpy, so I did that on a few braids, and then I will show you guys the next technique that I tried to use. Okay guys, so here I'm going to start using a different technique. So I started off by interlocking the lock, and I'm not going into detail on how to interlock because I already made a video on that, and I will link it in the cards above if you want to go and watch that. But I interlock it first, and then I crochet the weave in the lock, and after that then I separated it into 3 equal parts and then braided. And after watching and thinking about it, it's basically the same thing. The only thing is you don't have the knot at the top of the braid, which I did like, but the braid was still lumpy. So I'm going to come up with another technique to try to figure out how not to have it so lumpy, and you'll see what I mean by lumpy once I'm done with this braid. You see how it's kind of lumpy here, and that's because the hair isn't even, meaning like the lock adds too much hair into one piece of the braid. So on this lock I'm going to try a different technique. So I still interlock the lock and then add the weave in, and I use the lock as its own piece of hair instead of adding a piece of hair to it, a piece of weave to it, and so that made it a lot straighter and a lot less lumpy, as you can see. And then as I get to the end of the lock, I add a small piece of hair to the lock to continue braiding down the entire braid. So I just continue to do this technique throughout the rest of her hair, because I like that it didn't have the knot at the top, like without crocheting the hair in, and then it made it a lot neater to just use her lock as a piece of hair until I got to the end of it. So that was the way that I found that was the easiest and that looked the neatest for for braids over locks. So her locks are still kind of soft because they're still starter locks. So when I get to the end of her locks, it's not that hard to hide within the braid. But I know from having locks previously myself that it's kind of hard to hide your lock if it's fully matured. So my suggestion is, if you're gonna do braid styles and stuff with locks, to comb out the end of your locks, basically just a small amount, comb it out so that way it can be hid easily within the braid or within whatever hairstyle that you're trying to do. I plan to keep her ends soft so that way if I do want to do styles, they can be hid easily, and also it'll give it a nice curl at the end of your lock if you like that. Also, another tip, if you're going to interlock your locks and then braid it, don't braid it tight because it will put a lot of tension on your lock. So it may look like I'm braiding it tight because of how fast the video is sped up, but really I'm not braiding it very tightly. I'm just grabbing it enough just to wrap it around. So don't braid it tight because it's already tight to the scalp from the interlocking process. So that's basically it. That's how I did her braids over her locks. And I did slow down on this last braid just so you guys can see if you wanted to see it in real time. But I did not get a full picture. My camera died and I just forgot. But I ended up dipping her ends in with some rollers so it would be curly. And that was it for the hairstyle. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe for more videos.